Sometimes when you're marking up a document, you do mean for specific visual rendering. You want something specifically to be rendered italic. You want something specifically to be underlined or bold. In these cases, there are markup tags specifically for that. Open your examples folder, and again the text folder, and this time bring up the font markup in your text editor and also in your browser. Mozilla browser for this one. I think I'll also bring it up in Internet Explorer so that you can see the difference. Internet Explorer, at least this version on the PC, does some strange things, and it's good to see that. This is version 6 of Internet Explorer. And you'll notice in particular, the strike-through uses a very thick line that I personally find ugly. That's a good word for it. Now, let's look at it in the text editor, and we'll discuss each of these tags. Now, font markup elements change the look of the document. They do not affect the meaning of the document. If you mean that something is to be emphasized or stronger or has a particular meaning like that, you would use the phrase markup. But these font markup elements are just for the visual display. Let's take a look at them one by one. The B element makes the text bold. And there it is in the browser. The big element makes the text physically larger, take up more space on the screen. And again, in Internet Explorer, you'll notice it's not quite as much bigger in Internet Explorer. This is the way things work in the browser world. The I element is used to make the text italic. And there it is, italic. And the S element is the same as the strike element. Those are the same, and they strike through with a line through it, like that and like that. And we'll notice in the Internet Explorer, it's a very bold line, and hopefully they'll fix that in the next version. Hopefully enough people will complain about it. Small makes the text smaller. And we already talked about strike. TT stands for teletype, and you may not be old enough to remember teletype machines. But teletype machines were like automated typewriters. And sure enough, it's in a monospaced font where each space takes up exactly the same amount of horizontal space as it would with a typewriter. And finally, the U element is for underline. And there it is, underlined. So those are the font markup tags. Just remember, these are not to change the meaning, they're to change the display.